I'm going to go back to the plane thing because you and I have actually already met another time just to kind of introduce each other to each other. And in that meeting space, I did say that I hate planes, like even the ones that use gas, and for various reasons. So I can't actually imagine getting on a plane that like rides air. I mean, I already like want to throw up just walking on the thing to get on it. So getting on a plane that rides on air is truly mystifying for me. How did you get the bravery and guts? Because I would have been crying the entire way.
Well, when you first you learn to fly in a two-seater, and the gentleman who taught me to fly was a World War II naval aviator, and he really knew how to fly. So from there, I progressed into a single-seat, low-performing plane called a 126, and it's kind of a cult plane in the soaring community. Just really fun. Doesn't penetrate very well, with headwinds or anything. You could find yourself going backwards over the earth. Actually, I've had that happen as you're trying to go into a headwind. But it was just a fun little plane and your first single seat plane. Nobody can teach you to fly it. You just have to do it. But it's a pretty simple plane and it's really responsive. Then, through a series of events, I ended up buying a very high performance plane, retractable gear, what was it, six landing configurations, very, very slick, very fast, and a little bit of an edge to it. That was scary. I was absolutely terrified to fly that plane, partly because somebody had said to me, "You were going to kill yourself in that airplane." And that voice just stuck in my head. And as I'm trudging over to get into the cockpit the first time, all I can hear is this voice saying, "You are going to kill yourself in that plane." Getting into that plane the first time, single seat plane, nobody can teach you to fly it. You just have to do it, was one of the hardest things I've ever done.
That's that was like not super helpful to say that to you. Now is this I've seen some video on planes like this. So you're in the plane and another plane kind of takes you up and then disengages you. Is that
Yep, they
correct?
tow up and you disengage from the tow plane.
And how do you figure out when is the good time? I mean, I presume you have to kind of check the weather and see that there are good winds that day. Is that true? Or
Well, really what you look for are sources of lift, okay? So lift could be thermal lift, like if you see a cloud, okay? There's rising air under that cloud that's condensing, okay? So there might be lift under the cloud. The clouds cycle, so you have to watch what's going on in the air during the day. It could be a phenomenon called wave that lets you fly over 30,000 feet. It could be ridge lift, a wind coming into, say, like the Appalachian Ridge, and you trade the energy of the weather front for speed and distance. So there are a lot of there are convergence zones where two different air masses collide, and you can find, lift at the convergence line. So you have to just fly, you get experience, you make mistakes, hopefully none that are too bad. And you learn to read the sky.
well, I would love to hear a story or stories, plural,
Mhm.
where you feel like you've witnessed something that was magical or experienced something that was magical or miraculous, something that changed your life or someone else's life. Anything you'd like to share. Um, Whatever
Okay.
you'd like to share. Yeah, I can't talk today.
It's a flying story. I'm flying one day over Tahoe, right? Beautiful, beautiful sapphire blue aquamarine water. There's still snow on the mountains. I'm up, 14, 15, 16,000 feet or so. And I bank the plane to look for lift. I feel a little lift under one of the wings. And at the end of the wing is a little winglet. You've seen them on commercial planes, a little wing that just sticks up. So I bank the plane, and that winglet balances on a bubble of air, and I ride that bubble of air up through the sky. Sun streaming through the canopy, blue turquoise water below. And I don't know how long I stayed in this place and time. It was timeless. I have no idea, but it was a moment of eternity. It was the only way I can explain it. It is as if I stepped into a different dimension. And it was just so beautiful and connective and freeing and light. And that experience has always stuck with me. And it actually has made me really thirst for and quest for that realm wherever it was I went. It was beyond flow, way beyond flow. I wanna go there again.